Hey guys, what we're going to do today, let me pull it up, is we're going to go over some of our rounding strategies that we talked about yesterday, all right? And we're going to round some numbers to the tens and the hundreds and the thousands and then work on adding and rounding also. All right, so here's our first one, and it says that it wants us to round each number to the nearest tens place. That's going to be important, knowing where they want you to round your number to, okay? So I'm going to do a couple of these, and then I'm going to give you some to do on your assignment. So our first number is 48, and it's to the tens place. So I'm going to underline my tens place, and then draw my number line. I have 4 tens, which is equal to 40. That's my floor number. Now my ceiling number is 10 more, which will be 50. And then you have to find your halfway point, which would be 45. So when I put 48 on my number line, it is going to be above halfway or closer to the ceiling, which means it's going to be about 50. Okay? Now 67, my tens place is 6, so I have 6 tens. That gives me my floor number, which is 60. A 10 more is at 70, halfway 65, 67 is above the halfway point, which means it's closer to the ceiling, so it rounds up. So 67 is about 70. Okay, I'm going to give you these two to do on your own. All right, so then these say to round each number to the nearest hundreds place, hundreds. And I'm going to change one of these a little bit. I'm going to make this 1,638 so that you can see thousands like what you're going to have to do also. All right, so I have 673, and I'm going to find my hundreds place. So it's 6 hundreds. That's my floor. So 6 hundreds right there. Now, 100 more puts me at 700. Halfway, 650. So 673 would be above the halfway point, so somewhere about there, which means it's closer to the ceiling. So 673 is about 700. All right, so the next one is 1,638. Now, if I find my hundreds place, I also need to underline the thousands that's in front of it and say, okay, I have 16 hundreds. And it's okay to read that number that way. So that's my floor number, 16 hundreds. 100 more would give me 17 hundreds. Halfway, 1650, because 50 is half of 100. Now, 1638 would be below the halfway point, so it's closer to the floor. So that one is going to be about 1600. All right, now let's look at our thousands. And I want to change this also. Let's change this bottom number into a 2. So 25,000 instead. Make it a little bit harder because you're going to see one like that on yours. So first, I have 3,429. I'm going to the thousands this time. So I'm going to find my 1,000. Here it is. I have 3 of them. So that means my floor number is 3,000. 1,000 more gives me my ceiling, which is 4,000. Halfway between, 3,500. Now, 3,429 is a little bit below the middle, so that means it's going to round to 3,000 and say this is about 3,000. All right, let's do a little bit harder one. 25,391. Well, my thousands place is the 5, but I can't forget about the 20 here, so I'm going to say it's 25 thousands. That's going to be my floor, 25 thousands. 1,000 more gives me 26 thousands. Halfway, 25,500. So 25,391 is a little bit below the middle. So since it's below, it's closer to the floor, we're going to round down and say this is about 25,000. All right, so that's just basic rounding. But you can also round when you add, subtract, multiply, or divide, whether you're just trying to check if your answer is reasonable, to see if your answer is somewhere close to where it should be. Maybe sometimes you round because you're out and you're trying to figure out if you have enough money to buy something. Rounding is used all the time just to make working a problem easier. So when we have a rounding problem with adding and subtracting, multiplying, dividing, we're going to round before we add every single time. Okay? Never, ever, ever round your answer. All right, so let's look at our first one. You have 829 plus 392. Well, we're going to the hundreds place, so you need to find the hundreds on both of these numbers and do a number line for both. Okay, so the first one you have 8 hundredths, that's your floor, 900 is your ceiling, 850 is the midpoint. So 829 would be below the middle, so it's going to round to 800. 392, you have 3 hundredths, so 300 is your floor, your ceiling is 100 more, so 400, 350 is your midpoint, 392 is above the middle, so that one goes to 400. So now we have a rounded problem, 800 plus 400, and let's see, 8 plus 4 is 12, so you have 12 hundredths. Okay, so we've rounded it, our answer's already rounded. We don't need to even do anything with our answer. All right, let's make this one a little bit harder. Let's add a 1 here and a 2 there, okay? Because you're going to see one that's over here in the thousands. So my first number, 1,274 plus 2,294. Again, I'm rounding to the hundreds place, so I'm going to find that place and underline it. Draw both my number lines. Okay, so on this one I have 200, but I also have 1,000. So I'm going to underline both and say I have 1,200. Then 100 more is 13 hundredths. The middle point, 1,250. So then 1,275 would be just above this, right about there. So this one's going to round to 1,300. All right, so on this one I have 2 hundredths, but I also have something to the left in the thousands. So I'm going to say I have 22 hundredths. 100 more would give me 23 hundredths. So the middle point would be 22 and then 50. So 2294, let's see, is above the 50, so it's somewhere right about here. So it rounds up. So I have a new problem. 1,300 plus 2,300 equals, that would be, let's see, 36, because 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 3 is 6, yep, 36 hundredths. All right, I want to see your number lines, I want to see your work. You can attach a picture, you can try to do it on here, it's up to you. Just do your best work always, so I can see what you're understanding and what you're not. Do your best.